So I just got back from seeing Saw X, and man, this might be the best Saw in the franchise. We gotta talk about it. Let's get into it. What's up, I Like Scary? We are back. I hope you all having an awesome day. I'm having an awesome day. It feels great to be a horror fan. So you guys, I just got back from seeing Saw X, man. But before we get started with the video, look at what I picked up, man. A Billy the Puppet popcorn bucket. That rhymes. Billy the Puppet popcorn bucket. And it's very cool, man. So when you go see Saw X, definitely pick one of these up. Very cool piece to have. And yeah, so before we get started though, definitely smash the like button because it definitely helps. We're gonna start off with a spoiler free review, just spoiler free, and then as we go through the video, I'll let you guys know once we get into spoilers. And if you haven't seen Saw X, you should probably head out. Let's get into it. So Saw X, spoiler free, it was just, oh my god, man, I was covering my eyes a lot of times. I don't think I've ever covered my eyes this much in a horror film. Like, the stuff is just so brutal and gnarly. Like, it hurts the eyes, man. Seriously, it looked so real. It sounded so real and everything. It was just insane. This takes place between Saw 1 and Saw 2. And to kind of give you the rundown, Tobin Bell, you know, he has cancer. He has brain cancer and everything. And he's trying to get a treatment for it. And he come across, you know, someone that had a treatment done, and he gets curious about how did you get rid of this, and it puts Tobin Bell in a tough situation where he has to be John Kramer. He has to be John Kramer, if you know what I mean. And I want to say I loved all the characters in this film. A lot of these characters felt real. They felt authentic. I loved, you know, Shawnee Smith as Amanda. We all love Shawnee Smith, but damn, she killed that role in this one, man. She definitely killed her role. The character Gabriella, I really enjoyed her character. Cecilia, oh my god, Cecilia, bro, it is just, her character was insane. And then once you see Saw X, you know what I mean. She was basically one of the doctors that dealt with John Kramer and his issues with cancer. Also, we come across, you know, this scene that was very kind of emotional. I kind of felt for John Kramer. He did like a little, it was just like a little event huddle with other people that had cancer, and they were kind of sharing their stories. And that part just plays a big part in the film if you pay attention. This film has so many twists. It's insane. Every time you look around, it's something being flipped, and you're like, wow. My theaters were going crazy when we saw a lot of these twists. And we kind of see like a lighter side of John Kramer in this one. He kind of, you know, he's trying to get out this bad and this sticky situation. And we got a part where we saw him actually basically just kind of drawing the traps and everything. And these traps are very brutal. These traps are very brutal. Man, it's one trap and you know, that I want to talk about. I'm going to wait till we get into the spoilers. It had my body tingling, bro. Like, the shit was just insane. But basically, you guys kind of know the plot. John Kramer thinks he's about to get healed and cured with his cancer. He gets kind of, you know, he gets scammed. And you know John Kramer, he's not going for that. He needs payback. He needs revenge. Line them all up. And it kind of felt genuine. But through these scenes, you saw little things where you're like, nah, they're on some sketchy shit, man. They're on some sketchy shit. And it kind of almost seemed to a point with Tobin Bell, he was peeping it early, and we kind of pushed through the film. And the reason, you know, John Kramer finds out about this facility that does cancer curing and stuff, it's so crazy when it just comes so full circle. It's wild. A lot of things come full circle in this. And yeah, I wish they would have kept that reveal to themselves when they showed Amanda reveal herself under the pig mask. The score was amazing. It was simply amazing in this film. And like I said, a lot of things come full circle. And like these traps were so brutal. The screaming, the bone cracking, and everything. It just made you cover your eyes, man. It was a lot of detail in these scenes. And I'm gonna just tell you, in this one, John Kramer, I mean, he always has no mercy, but it's no mercy in this one, bro. It's like no mercy. He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care. He's like, bro, I'm on my deathbed. You guys are trying to fuck me over. I got something for you. You know, that's the vibe I got from him. He's just like, I'm not giving no chances. I don't care. But I mean, at a point, you kind of see him get a little soft. But once you watch the film, you will see why he got soft. Because it was like, you know, it was kind of like a fair game, and that's the thing. John Kramer's a fair guy. So it was one of those situations. But you're going to love these characters. Cecilia, man, she was buku. She was buku. So, yeah, you guys, this is pretty much, for me, one of the best Saws that I've seen in the franchise. By the end of this video, I'll let you guys know what I kind of, rate this film and everything. But, yeah, you definitely want to see Saw X. Like I said, the plot and everything is very solid. The story, everything's full circle. Those traps, everything is brutal, gnarly, grotesque, and it's just crazy. I was covering my face a lot in this film, so yeah, guys. Now, on to spoilers. If you haven't seen Saw X, you should probably head out because it's about to get a lot of, details with spoilers and everything. You're definitely going to want to head out. So I'm going to give you 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Hell yeah, spoilers. So this film, Saw X, takes place in the middle of Saw and Saw 2. And make a long story short, John Kramer gets scammed. He needs a cure for brain cancer. He gets scammed because this guy that was in his, venting group where he's like, they're telling stories about their cancer and what stage they have. He tells him, weeks later or whatever, he's like, hey, I got cured, John Kramer, he's going through this depression where he's trying to get out of this situation. He doesn't want to, move to the next side, you know what I mean? And the guy gives him a run, like, hey, man, these people, bro, they healed me. It's like an undercover facility. They do this out the country because the FDA doesn't approve of this stuff. And John Kramer looks into it. He gets, like, man, I got to do this. And you can feel basically they're scam artists. I mean, at least I kind of figured it out early. I'm like, bro, they're scamming him. You could tell. But the way they show the elements of him getting scammed is crazy. So, making a long story short, John Kramer follows the Henry guy's directions and go over Mexico, whatever. It's a part of Mexico. I don't know if it's Cancun, but it's a part of Mexico where Cecilia is like this surgeon, this doctor, along with her other, workers she's working with. One was named Diego, Valentina, and I want to say the other guy's name was Mateo. They had some crazy names, man. Gabriella. So, they come all he comes over to Mexico and everything, and he gets a crazy greeting where this van pulls like, who are you? And he's like, I'm John Kramer. And they kind of made it was believable kind of. And then like she's like, we don't want to know where our facility is located, including you. He goes over there. John Kramer, Tobin Bell has his face where he always looks like he knows something's going on. So, he's in there. He gets greeted by this chick named Gabriella. She looks very innocent. She claims she had cancer and, she got cured. And he feels for her. They shake hands. It's like he sees the pictures on the wall and, feels bad. He feels bad for her. And he kind of gets like a warm welcome and he's starting to believe everything. He's talking to Cecilia. They're selling this shit. They're selling it. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, they're scamming him. You can tell. So, they get to the part where he's getting surgery done and they showing everything. He's getting the surgery in the back of his head. And it's this video that's playing. It's like they're in his brain. I knew that shit was fake. It just looked fake. He's kind of looking at it. They're telling him he's going to be on and off anesthesia. And once they said that, I'm like, oh yeah, they're definitely setting him up for some shit. Make a long story short, He finds out they scammed him. He goes back to the place. He comes back with a big bottle of tequila as a thank you, with a gift card to Gabriella. Just thank you. I'm about to go back home. You guys healed me. He's under the impression that he's pushing forward with life now. He's completely healed. He goes back. Everything is wiped out. All the tools. He finds this DVD basically it's like Surgery for Dummies 101. That's basically to kind of tell you guys what it was. A DVD. So that inside of the brain video we seen where he's getting the surgery, it was from a DVD. It wasn't even his brain. So that was like a crazy twist. Like, they didn't care that much. They put a fucking DVD on a monitor to make him think he's getting surgery. And I knew it was crazy when you see Valentina kind of turn the monitor like, nah, don't look at that. And she kind of hides the DVD. Either way, to push forward with it, Cecilia, along with the others, they did, I think, 34 people, and they all were dead. They all did not make it, because Amanda kind of exposed it, like, so everyone's underground you did this to, and you took their money. I'm talking 250,000, bro. They made millions off these people, bro. They're just killing them left and right. And then, make a long story short, you know John Kramer, he's not going for that shit. And then we got Shawnee Smith, you know, beside him with the pig mask. She got, you know, she's not playing, bro, and she's picking them off one by one. And, you know, getting them together to play a game. I love seeing my guy Billy pop in on that tricycle. It was so crazy. But, man, like I said, John Kramer, no mercy in this, bro. He's not fucking around. So, make a long story short, before he went into the surgery room, it was another guy that had surgery in his neck because he claimed he had, you know, cancer and stuff. He kind of hugs John Kramer like, hey, man, they're going to get you right. We find out. Now, this is a twist, guys. We find out as, you know, John Kramer has all the people in their games and locked up in their traps. He's picking them off one by one. Bro, Matteo, his trap was fucking crazy, bro. He's literally, I could not watch it. He's digging in his fucking brain, bro. He's literally, I swear, bro, I almost puked, bro. Seriously, I almost threw up in my mouth. Like, his fucking head dropped like a sausage. It looked so real. It was like a fucking breakfast sausage with, like, cheese, and it looked oh man, he's just digging in it. You do all that shit, you cut your whole brain, you cut everything out just to die. Like, bro, it was just crazy, bro. You cut all that shit out just to get this heater fucking door thing smashed and burned to death. Like, bro, you did all that just to die. You done cut a hole in your brain. I'm like, oh my. Valentina's death was fucking simply crazy. The way she's doing a saw under her thighs, like, you can hear the bone scraping on the wire. Oh my god, it was just so much detail in these traps, man. I don't know if I'm tripping or not. You guys tell me in the chat if you've seen Saw X, bro. Where am I tripping? There was so much detail in this Saw with the bone scraping up against the wire. She's literally back and forth, tug-of-warring a wire under her fucking thigh. Her whole leg comes out, and her trap required, I think, like 3 ounces of bone marrow. She was literally there at the nick of time, and the fucking wire, her consequence was the wire that she's cutting with. It's another one that cuts through her neck, literally decapitated head, like, fucking crazy. And then Gabriella, I felt so bad for. Hers was like dealing with like radiation. She had to break her arm and her ankle to get out of that shit. It ended bad for her, because Cecilia, you know what's crazy? Gabriella was one of the only ones who got out of her trap. The way she played the game, she was fair. It was fair. And back to what I was talking about in the beginning, John Kramer was like, bro, she won. Get her to a hospital. You know, he's fair. He's like, get her to a hospital. She won. She needs medical attention. And Cecilia gets out of her shit because he gets duped. I'm going to tell you guys about that. But she kills Gabriella. Like, she won fair and square. Let her go. And this is when I start hating Cecilia. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? You're crazier than John Kramer, motherfucker. So the guy from the surgery room that was like, hey man, they're gonna do you right. We find out that he's knocking on the warehouse door where everything's taking place. Like, hey, give me my money back, you motherfucker scam me. And this twist got me, because I'm thinking he really wants his money back. So big shout out to Twisted Pictures and everyone behind this, because god damn, I'm like, bro, they need to give him his money back. They scammed him like John Kramer. So I'm thinking they're about to team up. Like, he wants revenge. And he comes with a pistol. I think he's gonna come down and pop all these one by one, because he wants his money. And it was so believable. But Shawnee Smith, she knew. Amanda knew. She knew. She's like, bro, I don't know, man. He's kind of sketchy and shit. So knowing my guy, John Kramer, he always has a planned failure. You know, like when I mean planned failure, like, you know, just in case some shit fails, I got some shit I'm gonna pull out my book bag to save me. But anyways, we kind of found out that his name was Parker. And we found out that him and Cecilia were actually dating, and they were the scam artists on everything. They were the ones who set this up, and they were dating. So he actually flips in the last minute against John Kramer and Shawnee Smith. He's like, hey, where's the money? Free her. Get the keys. You motherfuckers hop in the trap. Now it's time for us to, you know, play a game with you guys. So, knowing John Kramer, it's this fucking crazy ass trap with him and this kid that stood out in the film that was playing football, soccer, out in Mexico. And he kind of clicked with him, helped him with a bike. It was a little soft moment, a little emotional moment. But in the end, bro, he ends up working with the kid to get out of this situation where Tobin Bell could have died. Like, he's literally getting he's getting drowned by blood, him and the kid, but they kind of utilize some strategic stuff they plant with him and Shawnee Smith to get out this situation. One of the biggest twists in this film. I'm like, damn, that little kid has heart, bro. He got out of that shit. But then, making long story short, John Kramer gets out of one of the tightest situations in the Saw franchise because of the blessing with this kid being smart. And they had this little cool moment where he tells him to say something in a different language that means don't pull or pull, and it helps him in the end. So that was a good moment. And Shawnee Smith sold it. And the whole time they had an emergency plan where Cecilia and Parker ends up thinking like, oh, we're good. We're finna kill them and take the money and head out. They go up into this room, find out it's a damn gas chamber. Now they gotta go against each other. And I love that trap because they're going back and forth. And he's like trying to kill Cecilia. Cecilia's trying to kill him. But they told him basically like, hey man, you gotta watch out for her because she's gonna kill you and take the money. So, man, and then we get stay behind them end credits, man. I'm gonna tell you that end credit scene, bro. Oh man, that end credit scene. I'm gonna just tell y'all, we get to see Hoffman, bro. Hoffman, and remember that guy who set up Kramer? That was a part of the foundation that told him like, hey, go to Mexico. You ain't slip. You ain't slip. He got your ass. But overall, this film was so brutal. The traps, the details and the wounds. John Kramer, I loved his performance, bro. You know, Tobin Bell killed the character John Kramer. No mercy. He really felt like a sick individual. You know, he felt sick. Shawnee Smith, oh my God, as Amanda, bro, he's passing the torch to her 100%. She deserves it. And she's like, I don't know what I'll do without you. And the way they walked off the set with this film, I just loved everyone felt believable. All the characters felt believable. I loved the final act. It's like about 4 twists in this movie that just catches you on one leg. And this is, for me, this film is definitely 9.5 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10. Saw X is 9.5 out of 10 for me. Overall, just very solid film, and I loved it. So, yeah, you guys. Comment down below if you've seen Saw X. What would you rate it, and did you enjoy it? And I think this is definitely probably the best in the franchise. I'm going to just say that. Maybe I'm just on the high right now, but probably the best in the franchise. But, look. Unfortunately, this is the end of the video. I want you guys to hit me on my social medias at ILIKESCARY on Instagram, ILIKESCARY_ on TikTok, Brandon on Facebook, ILIKESCARY on Twitter. And yeah, you guys, right there where it says join. Definitely think about clicking join and become a member of the channel. Also, think about joining the Patreon to get exclusive content and benefits. And yeah, you guys, I want you to watch some horror movies. Stay scary out there. I love you all. Peace. Until next time.